Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in for another digital art lesson. Today we'll be learning about the very ancient art form of mosaics. I'll be teaching you all about how mosaics are made, a little bit about their history, and then we will be making our own mosaic. So let's talk about what we're going to need in order to do that. So for today you will need at least 2 pieces of paper. You could also use your sketchbook. You will need a pencil with an eraser. You will need something to color with, whether that be crayons or colored pencils. And you will also need scissors and glue. Now, if you have a glue stick, that would work the best. However, if you have bottled glue, that's fine too. So, today we'll be talking about the very old, ancient art form of mosaics. And here are a couple mosaics, examples of mosaics for you to see. And these are made out of small pieces of tile, okay? And these particularly are very old. A mosaic is a pattern or image made of small, regular or irregular pieces of colored stone, glass, or ceramic. They're held together by plaster or mortar, and they cover a surface. So here is an example of a mosaic covering a wall. This is a mural, okay? So notice they use lots of small pieces of different materials. There's broken mirrors there, there's pieces of tile, okay? So a mosaic is lots of different shapes and pieces of things that make an image or a pattern, okay? Mosaics are at least 4,000 years old, which is super old. They were very popular in ancient Rome and were often used to decorate a wall, right, like we talked about, or the floor or the ground, okay? Modern mosaics are made by artists and craftspeople all around the world. Many materials other than traditional stone, ceramic, or glass can be used, such as shells, beads, coins, charms, we said mirrors. So you can use lots of different things to make a mosaic. Today we'll be using paper to make our mosaic, like I used to make this flower pot over here. And I also used the mosaic to write the word mosaics, right? And the checkerboard in the ground. I'll start throwing out some ideas. You could do a heart or a peace sign or a sun or anything you like. You could do a checkerboard pattern. You could do anything you would like for your mosaic. I am going to do a peace sign since I am a big supporter of peace. So I am going to do a peace sign, okay? Now today, we will be making our own colored paper. So that's why I was saying you're going to need this piece of scratch paper. So I'm going to take a piece out of my sketchbook and I'm going to rip it out. And this is going to be the paper that I'm going to be cutting up. Okay, this is my scratch paper. Okay, I'm going to make my own colored paper. All right. So if you have colored paper at home, you can go ahead and use your own colored paper and start cutting. I am going to make my own colored paper, okay? So what's cool about making your own colored paper is you can do any color that you have available. I'm going to do a purple peace sign. So I'm going to grab some purple and I'm just going to color my paper purple. So now I have some purple paper. I'm going to make a purple peace sign, remember? So I just colored some paper purple. Okay, I'm going to do mine squares. Squares or cubes were traditionally used in the first mosaics, okay? So I'm going to do squares. So here we go. I just cut little purple squares out of my colored paper that we made, okay? So you can do an outline of where you're going to put your squares. This will give you an idea of where you need to paste them. So notice I'm just working around in a circle, okay? Much like the mandala and the Rangoli designs, we're just working in a circle slowly These projects that I've been doing recently have been very slow, relaxing projects that you have to really concentrate while you're doing. Okay, everyone, my peace sign, is just about done. Looks pretty good to me. Well, I hope you all had fun designing your mosaic today. Whoop, how did mine get green all of a sudden? Well, I have lots of students, so this is an example that I did for another class. I did it green. Before I go, I wanted to let you all know that we have a mosaic outside of our school at Clarendon. So the next time you're maybe driving by Clarendon or walking by Clarendon, you might see that we have a great big mosaic that covers the wall of our school. And there are lots of mosaics in San Francisco. Remember, this one was in Philadelphia, but there are lots of murals like this one that is seen here in Philadelphia. We have lots of them in San Francisco. And we have lots of stairs in San Francisco that have mosaics on them as well. I hope you all had fun. I'm looking forward to seeing some of your mosaic designs, and I will see you all next week.